What's cracking, you guys? This is a Streets Ain't Loyal show. Not sure how many people are on, and I can't tell. Today we're gonna have tacos and workouts. Uh, I see that's you, West Coast. What's up, man? How you doing? Saludos. So we're gonna have tacos and workouts today. I'm probably somebody probably having a fucking live right now, man. Anyways, let's bring them in. What's up, tacos and workouts?
What's going on, man?
Right now, we got only one. No, we got a couple people already starting to come in. There's probably the problem with YouTube with the where you get more people, but don't worry, people will see this. You know what I mean? We might not
Yeah,
have
for
it on
sure.
live right now, but
For
people
sure,
will
for
see
sure.
this. It's the fact that people go on live at the same time. So when they go on live, you get these big channels, like these huge channels, and they go on live. Um everybody's trying to battle for that live spot. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. So introduce yourself, Doc. Where'd you get that name, tacos and workouts?
All right, man. Hey, listen, my name is Tacos and Workouts, and that's what I do. I eat tacos and I work out. Listen, about 2.5 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, I started my podcast. You know what? I was a big vato. I was like 300 pounds. And I went to the doctor and he told me, "Hey, dude, you're dying. You're killing yourself. You're gonna die." And I was like, "Nah, whatever, dog." And he goes, "No, you know that part in the movie when the doctor pulls you to a side and tells you you're gonna die?" And I go,
Yeah.
"Yeah." He goes, "This is it. This is that moment right now." And he goes, "It's your life. You're gonna do what you want to do, but you know, it's like that's it, dude. You're gonna die." So he wasn't playing, and then he we ran through the numbers and it made sense. And I was like, you know what? Like I said, I was 300 pounds. I was a big vato, and I was like, I can't lose the weight. And he goes, "You're gonna have to figure it out." So it was hard for me to lose the weight, and because when you're that big, people just make stupid comments. They call you gordo, they whatever, you shouldn't be eating that, but no one gives you the tools that you need to actually lose the weight. So I didn't have nobody. So I said I need somebody, and I figured out that I needed to be that guy for myself. And then not only that I needed to be that guy for myself, but I needed to be that guy for all the other people that needed that support that didn't have it. And I said, so how do I reach the masses, right? I said I'm gonna document my journey, and start reaching out to people, right? Keep in mind this was 2.5 3 years ago, right? Since then I lost about like 60 pounds, right? And it fluctuates, right? At one time I almost reached my goal, right? And a lot of people talk smack. They're like, well, you should have lost it by now. And I'm like, listen, man, everybody's got their own thing going on, right? Some people like they do use extreme dieting. Some people have health issues, right? And everybody has got their own journey, right? As long as you're made a sex like a better improvement within your life, right? Then that's a win. What I tell people is, as long as you're not gaining weight, then that's a plus right there. That's a win. So that's how I got started with my channel, man. And as far as the tacos, man, well, everybody would always hit me up for the best taco spots. Somehow they nominated me to as the designated taco person, and I would always be like, "Oh, what city are you at?" I'm like, "I'm in this," and I go, "Try these tacos. Go over there. Go over there." So I always knew like little spots, and people would go, and people would tell me, "Hey, you seem to know a lot about tacos," and they're like, "You should start a channel." So I just said, you know what? I'm going to combine both channels into one. And I go in some episodes, I eat tacos, and in some I work out. Hence the name Tacos and Workouts.
Okay, cool. And what do you do on your channels? You have multiple channels. You have one YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. I personally know, but my audience doesn't.
Oh man, I'm all over the place. But my number one baby, the one what I really need to support on, is my YouTube channel, man. Um, all along from the very beginning, my mission is to grow my YouTube channel. And on my YouTube channel, I have the tacos, I have the workouts, I have the comedy, I have the podcasting, and I also do movie reviews. So if people say, "Oh, I don't like working out," that's fine. You like tacos, right? So I have a variety of things I cover in my channel to entertain you. Trust me, um, I have an episode for you. You just haven't found me yet, and I guarantee if you see an episode, you're gonna like it. Look, man, we have little hater that comes on and he goes on his little adventure doing his mischief, and he's a lot of fun. So but that's it, man. Where I need the support is on my YouTube, man. um I hear a lot of people lately, as I become more involved in the podcasting community and more involved what's going on in the world. There's a lot of talk about right now, especially about raza helping raza. I hear it in different podcasters. I hear it, when I watch the news, when I see all these things, right? And when it comes down to it, people are not down for supporting raza, man. I'm like thinking, well, I'm raza. I've been here for 3 years. No one supports me. People watch me, but where are the subscribers? Look, man, I did a video about 2 days ago. It has over 800 views. I think it already has over 900 views. People watch my videos, but what's up, raza? Why aren't you backing me up? I'm your boy. I not only do I help you, motivate you to lose weight, I help grow your businesses. I entertain you. So that I hear all this talk about raza helping raza, but when it comes down to it, where's it at? On the serio, where's it at? Come on, guys, you guys got to put your money where your mouth is, man.
We have I know a lot of people talk about supporting Raza. I found you through Bobby G on
Okay.
Street. That's where I found you. Usually I was helping him, but I think I was sick when he did your podcast. So I do try myself to support Raza as much as I can. I go to businesses and I'll shout out their businesses. I'll promote them. I'll do whatever I can to help anybody, and that goes the same for you. You know what I mean? We there's enough out there for everybody, but with YouTube specifically, it's like it's almost like a cutthroat sometimes. It's not everybody, but there's a lot of cutthroats out there that will pretend they're your friends and turn around and stab you in the back every time they got a chance. So.
Yeah, man. You know what? I encountered some of that too, man. Like, listen, I was kind of like, people were like, "Hey, do you want to do a collab with me?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And then, we were in the process of getting something going, right? And then, they're like, it's very warm, but
That's West Coast Graffiti. He has a big channel himself. He has a much
yeah,
bigger.
I know West Coast, man. I think eventually we'll get together and do something. I was actually on his um on his live yesterday, and I participated, man. I tried to participate, yeah. And I think he has a comment. Why don't we just read it out? It says, "It's not easy to help everyone, but we are extending our hands to as many people as we can. But unfortunately, everyone needs to put in the work." Yeah, that's true. Everyone does need to put in the work. But I've been here for 3 years, over 200 episodes, and you know what? I've reached out to people, and people have reached out to me, and people have actually said that and you
If
can
you're not
expect.
putting in the work, you can't expect to grow. I
Yeah,
personally have seen your videos. I know
yeah,
you're.
no, West Coast.
I
You know
like
what?
real haters.
Thanks for your participation for your participation. But you yourself can't deny that I put in the work. You see me out there. You see my videos. You've commented on how great my videos are. You actually invited me to your podcast, and I think we tried to schedule a lunch, or schedule something, but unfortunately it didn't happen. You know what? When the time is right, we'll make it happen. I was on your podcast yesterday, as a caller supporting you. So I am out there putting the work, but unfortunately, some people are all about themselves. They want to invite you, and I'm not saying you, West Coast. I'm just talking in general. Everybody wants to get the piece of me or the piece of you to benefit them, and in the end result, they don't give you nothing, man. Like I'll straight up, man. How many people I want to collab with, and they're like, all right, you gotta jump through all these hoops. You gotta come and put, dress up as your character. You gotta, do the song and dance. You gotta play the game. And then I'm like, okay, well, what's in it for me? And they're like, oh no, no, we're gonna do all this. And when the time comes, nothing, man. They just, so it's like I know how the game is. I've been in the game. I put in the work, right? And what it comes down to is that everybody wants to run it on their own. So it's kind of like, you know what? There's a lot of talk, man. Raza supporting Raza, but it's not true, man. When it comes down to it, it's like, it costs you nothing, man. Look, check this out. Um, what I shouted out West Coast Graffiti. I think I did like a little promo that I used on my stories. When little hater was saying, "Don't forget to subscribe to the watch the West Coast Graffiti." Right, constantly shouting out Bobby G. And you know what, Bobby G, man, he is, and this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. All right, Bobby G. Last time I checked, only had about 200, 250 subscribers. All right, Bobby G is, in my opinion, the best podcaster out there right now. He has a format like no other. No bull crap. He brings it to you. He's got a phenomenal studio. He's intelligent and he speaks well. And but people are not supporting him. People are not subscribed to. Why are people not subscribed to his channel, man? That doesn't make sense to me, man. You know what? It's like we should be supporting him. His numbers should be well over 1,000, but somehow they're not. So there's all this like beef on backhanded stuff on, and there's all these people they talk a lot of smack and stuff like that. And to be honest with you, it's like I'm kind of like over it already. I'm like, you know what? It's like there's a lot of phonies, people pretending that there's something, but when it comes down to it, they're just not doing it, man. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's time to do what they do. It's like they spend a lot of time talking all this masa, calling out people's crap. And I'm like, maybe someone needs to call out their crap, man, because they be out there doing it all the time, but nobody calls them out because the viewers don't know. They don't know the back end. So it's like, if you actually want to support other podcasters, then support them, man. Shout them out. Put some traffic into their, help grow each other's platforms, man.
Now, I told you I was co-hosting for Bobby G, and for whatever reason,
Oh man, I think you broke up a little bit.
it happened. Oh,
You
by
paused a little
far, in
bit.
my opinion, is the best podcast out there. He's the professionalism, everything about it. It was good. For some reason, he just couldn't get what he needed to get those numbers, and we were trying to work on it. We were trying to work on them, and he was getting a lot of views. He just wasn't getting the subscribers, and that's one thing about the YouTube is you can put out quality content, or you can, but people want to hear about things that they're not supposed to really know about, especially in this kind of when it comes to Rasta. You know what I mean? They want that scoop. Um, it's hold on, sorry. Um, it's the we have like I want to say okay, we have LA Times, me, Cholo Trucker, uh, and we have a couple other channels, Incredible Javier, that are connected with us, and we're all in good standing with each other. And we all shout each other out in Dubs V. We all, you know what I mean? But not everybody is out to help everybody. This, you know what I mean? You got to understand. I know it's
No, I
hard.
get it.
I don't know what we do to get these amount of numbers. You know what I mean? I got a lot of help when I came out. I got a lot of help because I was on another podcast when I came out on my own. So I got a lot of help, and that's what got me my numbers. My numbers, I blew up to like 1,500 in a week, 2 weeks. That's it. But as you can see, it's little by little I'm building up my numbers. Um, but at the same time, my channel's a little bit different than yours. I've watched your thing. I like Little Hater. That's Little Hater. He's a fool. I've seen him on Bobby G. Um, so what do you hope to gain from this? What your end game on this?
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a question that I usually ask other people. But before I answer that, yeah, man, you know what? I'm glad you brought in Little Hater. But yeah, that's I think that's one of the main reasons that people invite me into their podcast, because I provide a service for them. You know, Little Hater comes in, he does his comedy, he does his jokes, and so it's like they want him to be on the podcast, right? And then and then it because it benefits them, right? But there's nothing on the back end, like, straight up, like, and I figured, like, you know what, I if if I'm not gonna be coming on to everybody's podcast and doing, like, like what I do, if there's not, if on the back end, they're not supporting the channel. So it's like, Little Hater. If people want to watch Little Hater, they know where he's at. He's in the Tacos and Workouts channel on YouTube. So I mean, you know what? That's where he's at. You want to watch him? Go. Actually, Little Hater has his own channel on YouTube. So they could go watch him there too. People go watch me on Instagram, and actually, we're starting to close down the platforms. There's a reorganization of the channel. I actually did a video last night, and I haven't released it yet because I still have one video that's still out there and it's generating numbers. But we're gonna release that video pretty soon and explaining kind of like what we're doing with the channel. But there's gonna be a revamp of the channel, and there's a reason why we're doing what we're doing. Um, there's the system's jacked up, man. People are straight up like copying my format and presenting it as their own. Um, and they think it's funny to be doing that, and it's cool, man. You know what? I don't own what you can and cannot do on your channel, but I think it's jacked up how you straight up want to copy somebody's format and pass it on as your own. It's like everybody knows Concrete, right?
Yeah,
Right? You know Concrete, right?
yeah, I know personally.
Yeah, he's a funny vato, man. He's fucking funny. He does a lot of cool jokes, and some of them are not so funny, but for the most part, some of them are. And you know what? It's a hit and a miss. I like that guy, right? How would anybody, or how would he feel if somebody says, you know what? I see this vato working his ass off, because that's what he does. He works his fucking ass off to do what he does and to entertain everybody. And somebody says, guess what? I'm gonna do the exact same skit that he does, or mimic what he does, but I'm not gonna call myself Concrete. I'm gonna call myself Cement. You're like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? It's like, well, I'm not copying you. I call myself Cement, and then it says, it's a funniest guy on Instagram. Yeah, he is. Yeah, I didn't say he wasn't. Just saying that there, some of them are funny and some of them are kind of like, okay, whatever, right? But the point is that um, you can't do that. There's a level of like respect and boundaries that people, but this new generation, they don't got that. It's like, for example, you have your podcast, right? And your format, and it's the streets ain't loyal, right?
Yeah,
And then somebody tries to do the same format that you have and try to pass it as their own. You like they either use your it's like, what's up, man? That's not cool, man. It's like everybody thinks it's funny until it happens to them, when people start doing it to them. And when I'm out there saying that people are copying me, I never said no names, because I don't want to give people the attention, right? But somehow, some people started saying, "Hey, you're talking about me," and I was like, "No, I wasn't." But now, thank you, because now I know. that you were one of them. It's like this, for example, if someone starts talking smack about, I don't know, that skinny crackhead from down the street that's always eating at Burger King, am I gonna take offense to that? No, because that has nothing to do with me. So obviously, by me making that comment, that some people were copying me and they got butthurt up the ass, thinking I was talking about them. Those were people that were copying my format. So it's like, dude, you gave yourself up, like straight up, man. It's like I wasn't even talking about you, and the people that were copying me, you know what? I just got fed up that I just blocked them, straight up blocked them. I'm like, so like if you've been blocked, it's because it's for a reason. It's like if I'm not following you, it's for a reason, man. So it's just people always think it's funny until they get xed out, man. And that's what's wrong with YouTube right now. That's what's wrong with podcasting. And like I hear it constantly, raza supporting raza, raza supporting raza. But come on, step up, man. Well, when are you actually gonna do? Look, man, I've been coming on to these podcasts, and like I said, I just think it's bullshit how you have the number one podcaster right now, sitting in Moreno Valley with the best fucking podcast, and he's only got 250 subscribers. What the fuck is that? We gotta help that guy out, man, because you know what? He has the potential to be the next Joe Rogan. He's got the potential to put a flag and help all of us make it on scene, man. What did Joe Rogan do when his podcast grew? What? He brought everybody up. But nah, Raza, everybody's all like, you got to put in the work. No, man, you know what? Let's put in the work together. But no, it's me first. What can little hater do for my podcast? I'm like, what are you doing for me, bro? You got 10,000 followers, right? How about you help me grow my channel so enough people know who the hell I am? So as I go into your channel, people already know, and it helps both platforms grow. Listen, man, I have a very photographic mind, right? I think like different, like people do. I could do things that people can't do, right? And I'm willing to share, but you gotta meet me halfway, man. It's look, man. I'll be out there helping everybody out, right? Grow their business, get that weight loss or whatever. Well, the subs, there's no subs, man. I'm kind of like, you know what? I'm like, I'm done with it. It's like, so going back to your question, where's this going? Yeah, you know what? We're gonna stop doing food reviews. I know that the name of the channel is Tacos and Workouts. We're not gonna change the name of the channel. The name of the channel is what it is, and it's not gonna change. But the reason we're gonna stop doing food reviews is because, first of all, when we started doing food reviews 3 years ago, there were only 4 vatos out there doing it, right? 4, all right? And I was one of them, right? And now everybody and the mama thinks they know how to do a food review. And they go out there and everybody is a foodie now. Everybody with the camera is a food review. And you know what? Some of you is just straight up like not doing a very good job. But you know what? It's like people are straight up getting paid to do food reviews. And it's like, man, how can you be? I'm an honest food reviewer when you're filling your pockets up with money. It's like, you know what?
Feeding you for free.
It's like it's beyond me. But for me, it's like I don't want to support people no more that do certain things the way business is going down. I'm pretty sure you know what happened a couple of days ago with that situation in Whittier, right? With that taco stand. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, man. It's like here I am, right, supporting all these businesses to help them generate business, right? And some of these people are doing horrible shit to one another, and I'm not down with that. And you know what? It's like the other thing about it is that when I go out there and I represent a taquero or a company, I'm putting my face to that establishment. I'm saying it. I'm not lying to you. I don't make no money doing what I do. It's an honest review. Listen, man, people have straight up said, how much do I owe you? And I'm like, nothing. I'm doing it because I want to do it. And you know what? Somebody told me, one of the food vendors told me, don't be stupid. Everybody is charging. You're the only one that's not charging. And I said, and you know what? I don't want to charge because I didn't get into this for the money. A lot of you fools out there running your thing, it's all about the feria. And to me, it was always about helping other people. This food guy told me, listen, man, everybody's charging. It's like this, you know what? And you're really helping out people grow your business, grow my business, right? So he said, I'm gonna give this to you and take it as a donation. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm never gonna ask for feria, right? But some people started giving me donations towards my channel, and it made sense to me, because I am providing a service, because I have grown people's business significantly to the point where they're like, man, I had nobody coming, and now I got hundreds of people coming. And then I hear that all these foodies made it into a business. They walk up to a local whoever down the street and tells them, "Hey, woo woo woo, shoot me a couple bills," and then they blow up the spot, and it's like, and then when people go try out the spot, then they come to me and say, "Hey, what's going on? So and so claimed that this was a good taco stand, and it tastes like crap. What's going on?" And I'm all like, so it's kind of like I'm fed up with it. And you guys could have the food, the taco thing, because it's played out. It's played out. It's dirty. It's nasty. And you know what? I'm kind of done with it. So it's like, the channel is still going to be what it is. But you know what? If we do decide to do one, it's going to be a different format where the focus is somewhere elsewhere. Because like I said, everybody's getting an episode. So a famous foodie told me, "Hey, what's going on? Now everybody gets an episode." And I'm like, I guess so. And he's like, that's wrong. Everybody's being hurt by the greed and everything that's going on, man. So, whatever, man. It's time to change, man. And to be honest with you, it's played out like beyond me. And it's no longer raza supporting raza, man. I just see a lot of nastiness, and I don't want to be part of it, man.
All right. I don't know how old you are. I'm a lot older.
Yeah, I'd rather not say.
Get one thing out of the way. Little hater, I'm not copying it. I've had this mustache for years. Don't say I'm copying, because I've had this mustache for years. Anyways, I don't know how old you are. I'm not gonna ask you. I just know I'm significantly older than you. And one thing I learned is, don't let people dictate who you are. Okay? I know you're getting frustrated. I know it's probably, it gets under your skin. But the day you change up who you are, what you're doing, then they win. And that's what they want. You are you have a good thing. You just need the right people to latch on to it. Once it latches on, it's gonna catch. You know what I mean? You're gonna, and the algorithm, and you get, more views and stuff going like that. But as an older guy, I've been through this. I have to remind myself time and time again that I'm not doing this for money. Okay, I see these other channels that are making $3, $4, $10,000, $15,000 a month. Other guys are bringing in average $2,000, $3,000 a month on YouTube. I'm bringing in $30 a month, and it takes $100 to get paid. So I'm getting, every 3 months, I might get $120 check. I'm not making no money on this. I do this because I enjoy it. Don't let somebody take that from me, dog. That's just my opinion. You can take it, leave it, but that's just my opinion. Is when they take that from you, they already won. You don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, we're gonna step away from the food scene. It's not what it is, man. I'm not gonna be supporting these businesses, doing what they're doing. acting the way they're acting, and it's just it's look it's I don't want to be part of the misleading of people, right? It's like, and not all businesses are like that. But like I say, when you represent a business, you attach your name to it, man. It's
Yeah,
like, luckily it's I've done, my homework, and I've been able to do business with good people. Um, and we've done episodes where it was not a right fit, right? There were like things that were not right with that establishment, and in order not to hurt anybody's business, um, we walked away. We're like, no, we shot the episodes, but those episodes never aired because we don't believe in doing that. See, yeah, thanks, West Coast. Yeah, man, but at this moment, this is my stance. It's like it's played out anyway. It's oversaturated. It's like you're watching somebody doing a food review, and you don't know if they're getting paid, or you don't even know if the food's good, and it's like, so at this point, it's lost its luster. It's devalued. But you know what? By me saying this, the reality of how I see this going is that this is a fad, and right now, it's popping, but just like anything else, it's gonna die down, and people are not gonna be interested in food anymore because, like I said, everybody's doing it. So we're concentrating our attention elsewhere. And like I said, I have so many different things that I do within my channel that I'm not limited to specifically one area that I could do. Actually, we've been actually also thinking of in the same process of helping people grow, whether it's for their health and mental stability, but also we're getting to the place where some of our content might actually start to be on the financial realm, to help people actually develop their wealth, and give people suggestions on how to invest for their resources for future retirement. Because again, like, I hear all this talk, right, about raza supporting raza, but homeboy right there laying bricks, or doing working his construction, just claiming like, "Oh, I have a big ass house," right? It's like, okay, why don't you tell people how you got into the construction business, or tell people how you got into the YouTube business, and help people grow their channels? But no, you're just pointing fingers, talking smack. But it's like, how are you actually helping the community? I hear like all this masa, all this mad talk, right? But no, on my channel, it's like, I tell you, look, man, this is what you gotta do. You know what, you gotta drink your water. This is how you do the exercise. This is for your mental health. This is how I help people. And now that I've helped people with their mental health and their physical, and as they're working on that, I'm also going to work on helping people out financially. Finding out ways to get people in the know how to invest their money, how to make money. And this is something, and I said it right here first. This is no one's doing this right now in our community. I'm the first, again, leading the way, and you're gonna see people latching on, and that's cool. You could have the food scene, right? But again, when I say I want to help people, I really mean I want to help people. And as a matter of fact, as a the reason for me to want to grow significantly is because I believe that if you're going to do a podcast, right, as a guest, you should be getting paid. Okay, I'm not in a position right now where I could pay my guests, money to show up on my guests. But if you're making $2,000, $3,000 a month, and you're inviting guests to your podcast, you need to pay them because you're making money off them.
hold up a
So,
second though.
so
I'm gonna have to dispute you on that. I believe, my belief, that if a guest comes on, it is it is it is, what's that word? Tainted when you pay a guest.
it's what?
It's tainted. It's a
Tainted.
tainted interview. To me, it's, if you come on, you have to come on, uh, and because you don't want to like pay somebody and they get a stupid interview them saying what you want them to say, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So it's fake.
Yeah, yeah.
So
No, I get it.
I think guests should never be paid. I believe that guests should be treated well. I think they get their dinner. I think they get their drinks. You know, have a good whatever they'll smoke or whatever they're gonna do. That I'm cool with. The part where you're gonna pay them, I wouldn't do it. I'll tell you, there was you know, everybody knows Noel G, right?
Who? Oh
Noel,
yes, yes. The guy from Fast and the Furious.
right? Hector. Um, I had a conversation with him. I asked him to come to the show. He said sure, and then he threw a number at me, and it pissed me off to no end. I told him, "Hey, you know what? No, it's cool. You know, you want to get your money. That's cool. That's nothing against you. But me myself, I am not making anything to pay anybody.
Well, yeah. You know what? It wouldn't make sense for you to pay them. You're in a position like I didn't ask you for money.
No, I know, of course.
You know, and I don't expect to get paid by doing your podcast, right? Um, but I'm saying me personally, when I get in a position, when I have a following, I'm going to pay my guests because it comes out of my willingness to do so. I feel that if I'm going to take your time from your family, from your work, from whatever it is, I need to compensate you for that time. Now, I'm not buying you as a guest. I'm compensating you for your time. And if I'm making a significant amount of money for you as my guest, then yeah, you should be paid. Look, man, let's say for example, I invite a TikToker, YouTuber, whatever, right? I'm gonna pay him because he's bringing his natural talent to do something. That's just the way the business works. But that's my opinion. Okay, you yourself, you're in a position where you can't. And I'm just saying that when I get to that position, you best be known I'm going to be sharing that bread because think about it. This whole point to this podcast is what? Raza helping Raza. But how are you helping Raza if you're inviting all these people? They pour their heart and soul. Look, this podcast might be doing more damage to my channel than it actually might be helping it. Because you know what? I'm being a serious ass vato. Because you know what? I'm tired of all the bullshit. There's a lot of people that on this podcast game that are phony balonies, and yet and claiming, oh yeah, we're helping a raza. Okay, you're helping a raza, right? Supposedly, but again, how are you helping them out if you're not helping people grow, whether it be like mentally, physically, financially,
Well,
and you invite guests and you're not compensating them. Well, it's about helping other people. How you helping them out?
now listen, me personally, a couple of years back, I was doing better on money when I started this. You know, not a couple of years. Last year, I was just on Instagram. I was by myself doing my thing. I was making the money a little bit better at the time. And what I did is when I got extra money, somebody donated. Thank you, Cholo Trucker. I appreciate that, homie. He's another podcaster. Um,
I've heard of them.
I would get that money and I would donate it to somebody at Christmas, buying groceries. I donated to some gente in Mexico. Got them $100 deep in Mexico, which is a lot of money to them. Um, that's what I do. I'm taking people to the market and bought them $100 of groceries. That's how I pay back. It's not a lot of those people that let's just say Emilio Rivera for whatever reason, right? Decides he wants to come and do my podcast, right? Emilio
I don't know
Rivera,
who that is.
Danny Trejo. Say
Oh,
Danny
okay.
Trejo wants to come up and do my thing. Danny Trejo makes enough money. He doesn't need my little pocket change. You know what I mean? He does
Yeah,
because
I get it.
yeah, I do it because of the love for my raza, and I expect my guests to do the same. Get it? I expect
Oh, I
them to
totally
do
understand you. I totally understand you.
so. That's just my take on it. I take that money sometimes when I do have it. I will go pay it forward to somebody. I will go give them groceries.
And
When the pandemic started, there was a lot of people that couldn't pay their bills. I would go pay a bill for them. That's just me. I didn't never publicize it, never said anything because I do because that's what my heart tells me to do. That's what that's something inside me. Whatever I do on the side, I do it for. But I've gotten it back 100 times. You know what I mean? Trouble Trucker donating $10 right now. That goes towards my fund to go visit my daughter for in Florida. Four of the podcasters bought my plane tickets for me and my wife to go to Florida because I don't have that kind of money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like they do support. You just gotta
No,
know
no, no. Yeah, I totally
you're
get it,
gonna
man.
find you're gonna find different people, but there are certain people that will support. LA Times, they subscribe to your channel already. Um, Artie Marin, he subscribed to your channel already. A bunch of these guys have already subscribed to your channel, whether you realize it or not, that are on this podcast.
Oh wow.
So they're like, I already subscribed, I already subscribed. You know what I mean? These guys are they're trying to show their support because it ain't just everybody's like that. Not everybody's like that, dog.
Yeah, man. You know what? It's like I know, like I'm coming off even like as a jerk or whatever right now. It's just it's like like
It's
I'm being very
personal.
open and honest, right? And I just I'm breaking all the walls and I'm making things transparent because I don't like what I see and how things are going. But remember how in the beginning of the show I told you that the doctor told me that what I was gonna die, whatever.
Yeah.
Um, I'm a walking time bomb. I don't know how much time I have here. So my whole intent is that I gotta get this stuff done, and I need to get it done now because I need to be able to help as many people as possible in the event of something does happen, and I can't do that if I don't have the support of my own people, man. So that's why I'm like, hey, man, you know what? It's like it's time, man. It's time. It's time for me to be supported as much as I've supported everybody else. But in the process of doing that, it's like I said, Joe Rogan, right? When he went up there, did he go up by himself? No, man. He brought up Artie Shafir. He brought up Bert Crusher. He brought in Tom Segura. He brought his whole A team, man. All those, everybody's got a podcast, man. Everybody's rolling deep in bread, right? He did it right as a team, and not once did he have this mentality that our community has, man. It's like, stop talking about it, man. Start being about it, man. It's and I that's why I agreed to come to your podcast because you know what, like I've seen your podcast, I've seen you doing it, I've seen Bobby doing it, you know what, with King Mexico is out there in New York, and Mike's Mystery Mansions over there in up north, man. There's no reason why these guys are only generated 15 views, 20 views. It's like they have a good quality product. All of us should be subscribed to everyone's podcast, straight up. Whether you have the time to listen to every single episode doesn't matter. Hit that subscribe, man, because
Yeah,
that's
it
what I've
doesn't
been
take
doing. I've been,
anything to
I've been
subscribe.
walking around subscribing to everybody's podcast, man. To
Thank you,
to
Vince. I appreciate that. A few tacos from my wife and me in Florida. you know, I struggle sometimes with the YouTube thing, and sometimes I think about quitting. Because I do get fed up with the little games. You know what I mean? I'm not. There
there's
was a
just
guy that made a video about my wife recently,
oh that's
and
that you don't bring family into this.
yeah, you know what I mean. And it put me to a point that if I was in a situation to get a hold of him, it would be all bad. You know what I mean? But I kind of remember all the time, man. I'm doing this for my gente. I might not be able to help everybody, but there might be that one person that really needs it that hears it. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm trying to do. It's not to me it ain't about the subscribers, it ain't about the money, and about that if I want to make some money, I can blow up my channel talking about things I shouldn't be talking about. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to prison. I'm not.
Oh yeah, I know. I see those guys doing that all the time, man. There's a couple of podcasters that I'm all like, what's your natural talent? Look, this is the way I look at it. Some people have natural given abilities, right? And some people, like I said, they're great podcasters. Some people have talent, whether it be they know how to sing, they know how to dance, they bring out characters or whatever, right? And I noticed that some of these podcasters out there, their number one talent is not that their interview skills are good, or they're even know how to speak articulately, or carry a good conversation. But the reason why they have so many views is because people love the cheese man. That's all they do. They gossip and talk shit, and that's why you're able to generate numbers. And I'm like, really? You're famous because you just go around talking shit about other podcasts? I'm like, oh, okay. So
Yeah, there's
it's
no
yeah.
substance in that. There's no substance in that. I like I said, I care about my gente. I try to show it as much as possible. I don't talk about things I shouldn't talk about. I try not to offend anybody. But in this, you are, especially if you're small right now and you start to get bigger, trust me, you're going to get trolls like you wouldn't believe. It's just inevitable. It's just part of the game. You can't let things get to you the way they are right now. I know, I can see it in you. You're heated, but don't let them win by making you change what you are. As far as the taco thing, tacos one day they're good, one day they're not. Depends on what the price of meat was. You know what I mean that day, right? Am I wrong?
It depends how hungry you are, and yeah, you're right. It varies
'Cause
from day to day.
I was going to a taco stand, man. I used to love that stupid thing, and they went legit. They went and got a big ass building and all kinds of food. I went to eat there, all excited, and I got there and it tasted like crap.
The
You know
quality
what I mean?
changes
Because the
within.
quality of the meat changed.
Yeah,
Everything changed about it. You know what I mean? They were trying to save pinch and pennies, and it just wasn't working. You know what I mean? So, I understand about the taco thing, but don't let them change the person that you are. As far as you saying you're on borrowed time or whatever that is that you were talking about, there is nobody that can tell you when it's going to be your time. It's a whole, only one person, not one person, only one thing can tell you. Then that's God. He can tell you when you're going, you're going. That's it. I got a cousin. He has MS.
wow.
They told him he would not live to see his 5th birthday. You know how old he is today? He's 56 years old. Fucked up, can't move nothing. But he's 56 years old. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So then they told him he would never live till his 5th birthday. That's about it. Don't ever let somebody tell you, especially a doctor, man. Right now, they just misdiagnosed me with something bad.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? What's this brother's channel? The homie hangout wants to I cut off the
Oh,
channel to let everybody know on the YouTube.
oh, I'm sorry. There was a car passing by. What's
Shout
this
out to
homie's?
your YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, it's tacos and workouts, man. Check me out, man. Check out Little Hater. I think you'll like him. He's out. He's always doing his things, man. He's out there for
He's
sure.
funny. I know when you got at me, you told me an email. You're like, yeah, this is little hater. This is your hater or something. You're gonna have to be a little bit more specific about that. I got trolls for days.
he
For
crank
my
called you,
channel
huh?
being so small, for my
He
channel
little,
being so small, dog, I got major trolls. Recently, they kind of slacked off me. You know what I mean? They kind of slacked off me, and every once in a while they'll come in, but for the most part, they haven't been messing with me too much. But
have
I'm
you have you
all
have you seen
channel.
the recent little things the Little Hater's been getting into? Man, it's fucking funny. Um, Little Hater's been calling people back, like those telemarketers that call you like
Oh
nonstop.
yeah.
Yeah, so what Little Hater, what he does, and one thing about Little Hater is like I have no control over him. He kind of, he shows up and forget it. It's like I'm even surprised. Like I don't know what he does or whatever. You know, he just does his thing, and then when I go back and I look at what little hater does, I start laughing. It's entertainment for me. I'm like, I'm like, what? But anyways, what little hater's been doing, he's been calling people back, and they're funny, man. I think he called somebody back, one of the telemarketers, asking where his weed was, his package, and you got to check it out, man. I think it's on YouTube. It might be on Instagram, but he's calling the telemarketers back because they won't stop calling. So he makes it a point to call them back, man.
I I I've been getting a lot of calls from dude, I got hundreds and hundreds of calls blocked from telemarketers. But one is the guy with the car when your warranty's up, and right.
Yeah,
So they've
yeah.
been calling me lately, and I'm fuck with them now. I'm a mess with them. So it's always an Indian guy or Indian lady, and you know what I mean. And I'm like, we're like, oh, what year and model is your car? And I go, can you please put somebody that speaks English online? Oh, dude, they get heated and they fucking hang up on me every fucking time.
You know what's funny is that when you speak to them with an accent and they can't understand you, and then they get mad because they can't understand your accent.
Yeah.
It's like like for me, I speak to them like kind of with a very thick Mexican accent, right?
Uh-huh.
And I know they don't understand, right? Because they didn't grow up in East LA, so they're like, well, what's this guy talk? Like they know that I'm talking English, but I'm using a big accent, so it gets them frustrated, man. Like they realize they can't con you, so then they hang up on you. But I've had fun with people calling me, and as opposed to like when people be like, fuck, they're calling me, right? Now I look forward to it. I'm like, come on, let me get one, let me get one, let me get one. But the one I haven't been able to crack yet is the car one, man. I haven't been able to do it. I got one today, as a matter of fact, right? Some lady called me and she asked me for the year and model of my car, and I started going at her. She goes, how many miles does your car have? And I said, a lot. And she goes, well, how many miles? And then I said, 3,000. And then she's all like, oh, how much? And I go, 3,000. And then and I go, no, wait, 38,000. And then she's like, well, what is it, 3,000? And I just started like throwing these numbers, and it just messed her up. And the conversation didn't progress from there. I think I gave a number that was way too high, and she just goes, "Oh, your car doesn't qualify," and she hung up on me. So now I'm gonna make it a point to get to the next question. So I'm like, okay, this is like a game for me. Now I gotta get to level 2. I gotta get like past the first question, is how many miles does your car have in order for you to like get the insurance for your car. I wanna be able to get all the way across this conversation and figure out what's the end result. I know the end they wanna steal your money, but I mean it's just like I wanna see at what point they're gonna bring that through,
Yeah. No, there was one guy. I'm not gonna say who it was, but they were calling somebody that I knew. I'm really close with, and they kept them on like literally like 2 days going back and forth.
What do you mean? They
Talking
kept on
about,
calling them for 2 days?
yeah, they were asking for MoneyGram.
Oh, one of those.
My kid's dying. I'm out of state. I'm a millionaire. I'll pay you. I'll double you. You know what I mean? Whatever it is. And they kept saying, yeah, I'll send it. Okay. And we went so far as to go to Western Union and get the slip so we know how many numbers it was.
Oh, okay.
And we reading off the numbers to them, and they would switch the numbers and all do for like 2 days. Finally, that motherfucker was like, fuck you. And he hangs. He kept thinking he was to get the money, but we went so far as to go to Western Union and we got one of the slips and knew how many numbers, how many digits we had to come up with.
Yeah.
And I got ready to start switching. Yeah, I sent it. Are you sure that's the number? Yeah, that's positive. It's the number. And it would show on the picture, and it was all bad.
Oh man, it's little hater got a phone call. I think I don't think it was. Yeah, I think it was little hater. Anyways, he called up this car dealership, right? And you know how they bug you, like, hey, it's time to trade in your car, right? Has that happened to you? Hey, we noticed that you have your car for so many. Do you want to trade it in? Do you want to come and get a new car? that kind of a thing, right? So he calls him up and he explains why he needs a new car, and it's funny, man. Check it out, man. Look for that episode. I think it's on Instagram, and if it's not on Instagram, it's definitely on YouTube. TikTok is confusing to me, man. I don't know how to use TikTok yet. All these people say it's easy for them, and you could generate a lot of views and a lot of followers, but I have no idea how to use TikTok the same way I don't know how to use Instagram.
I don't
For
either.
some,
I have no idea. All I know is if I like something, it goes to my feed. Whatever. So I did like something, it goes to my feed. I got like I'm close to 1,000 followers on Instagram.
a
I,
thousand? Yeah, that's a good amount.
and I have no idea how. I have no idea how. TikTok, I got like 300 or 200. I have no idea how. I made we made me my wife made one TikTok, and I'm walking up and I'm telling her, "Hey, you ready for lunch?" And she's like, "No, not yet." She goes, "Get that wood and move it to the side of the house." And I was like, "Well, I'm a YouTube star. I don't do that kind of shit." And she fucking threw a rake at me. She threw a rake at me. So that came out pretty good. There's a couple of TikToks that I did in that generated some numbers, I mean real numbers. But me myself, I don't know how to use it or do it.
uh, yeah, it's crazy because some of the videos out there that you don't think would have that many follows for some reason have a whole bunch. Kind of like after speaking with so many people that kind of do like Instagram and all that. Um, some people like have told me that the reason why they have like the large following that they have is because they pay for followers and they pay for likes or whatever. So it's yeah, that's never happened to you. You've never seen that?
I've had people like send me things saying that you pay this amount, we'll give you this many
Yeah,
numbers.
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, neither am I. I'm like, nah. And again, it's the reason why I don't do these things is because to me there has to be a level of transparency. I don't want to go out and lie to my subscribers, to my listeners, to whatever. It cheapens your product when you have to do something like that. Like at the end of the day, if I look down and I see a particular set of numbers, I know that nothing was done to generate those numbers. They're legit numbers, whether I have 2 to 3 followers or I have 20 followers, whatever. At the end of the day, I need to be able to know that it's legitimate. It's not something that I paid for. So
I I'm fortunate I had a lot of support when I came out with my channel. I am very fortunate. Um but all my numbers are legit. I don't like I said, I don't talk about things I shouldn't, and I could get a lot bigger if I did. I refuse to do it. You know what I mean? That's just not me.
yeah, for sure.
So it's just about consistency. Like I said in the beginning, I was throwing out content every day. Every time I would think about something, I write it down. You know what I mean? But you don't seem to have that problem. I see you putting out content. I don't always get to watch it because I don't get time to sit down a lot anymore. It's always up to something. But yeah, just take your time, dog. Don't let anybody change who you are. That's something a lot of people don't understand or realize. And I learned that when I was older. I was an older man. I'm understanding now. Don't let somebody change you or sour what you do or what you feel value to.
Yeah, I think you're right, man. And you know what? It's like I think I just needed to get stuff off my chest, and right now that I did, it's like I feel different about it. It's like I feel like it's people don't understand that we carry all this weight on us. It's like the constant like people that troll you, make stupid comments or whatever. It's like they say don't pay attention to it, but we're only human. So we carry, even though you don't try to pay too much attention, somewhere along the line you end up carrying that burden. And I think I've been like carrying that burden now for 3 years now, with all the interactions that I've dealt with so many different TikTokers, podcasters, and stuff like that. Because and like I think West Coast says you got to put in the work, and yeah, you got to put in the work. But you also, it's like how much BS do you have to like play the game, in order to be accepted into the group. So it definitely, it's like, nah, man, this is not what it's about, bro. It's about Raza helping Raza help me out, man, bring me to the next level. But I've been carrying this burden for 3 years now, so I guess like it reached its boiling, point, and just doing your podcast, it just opened a big can of worms. But I'm happy that it did, because you know what, I'm putting it out there and I'm being as transparent as can be, and you're right, man. I shouldn't let it affect me. If you guys go back to my first videos, look at the different change and the evolution of what's happened. And in my first videos, I was like, "Hey, everybody, haha, let's," and it was, and it still is very positive, motivating, and you see the sincerity. But as the progression grew, all the stuff also happened. So it's you're right. I'm not gonna let it change me. I'm gonna go back to what it is. But I just think that this was a good opportunity to kind of like air out the grievances and be like, it's there, it's gone, it's out, and we're moving
And
on. We're gonna continue doing other stuff.
what you feel that Raza should do, that's what you need to do. And fuck what everybody else is saying. That's what I'm doing. I'm
That's
just
true.
doing what I expect my Raza to do, and I'm trying to lead it. You know what I mean? I'm not out there being a hoe. I'm not out there doing anything illegal. I'm not out there drinking too much. I'm not out there partying. I come over here. I do my work. I'm trying to. Well, I'm actually getting into the acting. So um,
Oh, good for you.
I'm just little by little doing what I have to do. But I just remember all the time that it's just being me and not faking the funk. You know what I mean? So just
Yeah, man. That's
you
what I
be
like.
my example. That's what you want to be. You want to be an example. You don't want to be a follower. And little by little, you'll start getting. Dude, look, I got some great fucking subscribers, dog. I got some of these guys that been with me from day one. You know what I mean? And they always show support. You know what I mean? And that's the ones I do it for. Those are the ones I try to accommodate as much as possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
So just, but I'm gonna let you go.
All right, man.
Thank
Thanks for
you
having me on, man.
very much for coming on. I appreciate it. Hopefully you come on again. When I'm on my lives, jump on. You know what I mean? Whatever.
Yeah, we'll see when we could get the other guy to show up, Little Hater, and actually give you the good solid podcast that you deserve, man. I'm sorry
Me,
that I
me and
wasn't able to.
Hater, me and Hater might get into it, homie. I think we have to do that in person, homie. If
You know
little
what?
Hater
I
get a
see.
little out of hand, I'm gonna have to rush him.
You know what? I see a lot of potential happening with both of us, man. Where we could honestly, truly cross promote and actually do some solid episodes. I already have a couple ideas, and I'll let you know. When we get off, kind of like how I see us working together, man. But definitely, man. I see awesome things for your channel as well.
Why don't you shout out your channel again? Your YouTube channel?
Yeah, man, it's tacos and workouts on YouTube, and I actually have a Spotify. If you can't, view the YouTube, it's called What It Is podcast, and that's just like an audio only, so you could be, working and just listening to it as a podcast. Our channel is growing, our podcast is growing. Our podcast format is very different from what people are doing now, and it's we're just finalizing a couple of things. We're fine tuning, the product, but it's coming. We have multiple things coming, so just subscribe, man. You guys are not gonna know unless you subscribe.
Yeah, I will. I recently subscribed to your thing when I think around the same time that I started talking to you. Um, Little people know we were trying to set this up for a little bit, but I got busy doing what I was doing, and it was hard to get settled down on the time. So thank you for coming on, and we will hopefully you come on again. Like I said, you know what I mean?
All right, thank you, man.
No problem. Have a good night, you guys. Bye bye.